today. From Los Angeles, California. And the New York Jets.
Be looking Charles to make it 2 in a row. Second and 10. It'll be a 39-yard punt for unit as they come out for their first possession. Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks.
$110 yards.
So coming off the
trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field. Down to the 10. And all the way. Yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are.
People rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That is incomplete. Yes. Bounds. It's a gain of Isaiah Spiller, and he can only manage. Six-yard gain gets him right around the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up
humming here in the early going.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to turn this. Now the Jets will call on a field goal. Right hash. It's a 46-yard attempt.
It works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short, and if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
Herbert has it knocked free, and it's scooped up by the Jets, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is
facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Rodgers now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Early on in this game as they come up on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. In. 3rd and 4.
Just look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get to do you.
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And nothing much material run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds. Showing in their last appearance, they couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time, a nice drive and helped themselves out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first.
Tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
On play action, now Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. You don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's the Jets punter now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
behind him and keep the drive moving.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Herbert, and that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good kick there, but 15 yards. The New York set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills to it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 4. Almost had it, but 3rd down coming up. Here's Rodgers to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10.
Now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Rodgers now on 1st down. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic at half or that they need to change things too much. Line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times.
On play action, Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be this time for 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive. I figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Now at their pace. This is
now fourth down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. To throw is Rodgers. Go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball.
Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They're on the move, 1st and 10. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This a 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shot. Have a shot.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Have to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out and determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. A little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll try again here, first and goal out. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line. It's up a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness.
Multiple players broke through the line to get him.
But now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw here to his running back. Second down and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. In need of a conversion. Man again, it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
That was a route run, not just, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. into traffic, and that's complete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. They'll go. It's off the clock already as they come up on. Drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drive take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, good-looking return set up here. So out come the Chargers. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Herbert escapes this, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Going to pass.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really
Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
this pass out wide to Hall.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Green play here for Carter.
Certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screen.
That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because
they'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find a
It's Dodson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Second half. Out of the gun.
Blowout has been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and long. It's
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, guys believe you move on to the next level.
Davis and all the hard-working men and women